Soon Hayley and Marigold made it home. Hayley's brothers ran to Hayley. John said, "Hayley, are you okay?" Hayley was distressed as she said that I was kidnapped, I was physically assaulted, and he said some really dumb things to me. Bjorn calmed down as he noticed that she did not list anything sexual. Then he said, "Did he do anything se-x-x-xu-u-ual?" There was one pause, then he added, "2." Hayley said, "No, don't worry, he is dead." Hayley tried to walk around her brothers as she said, "I will tell you more after I turn the adults back to their true selves." Once she was around them, her brothers followed her to the adults. Marigold followed Hayley and her brothers at a distance. Once they were with the adults, Hayley said, "Marigold, how do I use this?" As Marigold spoke, everyone was shocked. First, you must shake the jar, rub some of the clay on the stone part of them, then stomp one foot on the ground. Then all the stone will crumble and fall off them. Hayley shook the jar. Hayley, her brothers, and Marigold all placed the clay on everyone. Then she stomped her right foot on the ground. The stone crumbled and fell off of everyone like Marigold said it would. Hayley hugged her mother, then she said, "Hayley, are you okay?" Hayley told her family everything Eros did to her. Her mother took Hayley to the house. Then she shut the door and said, "Did he do anything sexual to you?" Hayley said, "No, I burnt him." Then she said, "Well, someone will come for you. You will have to stay with some relatives somewhere else." Hayley thought she must be referring to Aunt Karina. Therefore, she said, "Are you going to send me to Aunt Karina's?" Her mother began to walk to Hayley's room as she said, "Yes, that is what I was thinking." Hayley began to follow her mother to her room, and then she thought, "I don't know if I can live with my cousin Sarah and Brittany. They are public schoolers." And she froze as she thought, they are going to bring men into the house, they are going to bring friends over. Her heart was pumping hard as she stood there. And she thought, I could hide in my room the whole time. I never want to live around public schoolers besides Mum. Then she walked up to her mother and said, "Can I live in a house by myself instead?" Rebecca said, "Why don't you want to live with Aunt Karina?" Haley thought, time to go for the kill. Then she said, "Well, Sarah and Brittany will, bring boyfriends to the house." Haley watched as her mother grew a disgust look on her face. Then Haley said, "And I definitely will not be able to handle that." Rebecca said, "You are right. I will just buy a house near Aunt Karina's place. Then I will send her in the check on you here and there." Haley thought, wow, I really played my cards right this time. She tried to contain her excitement. Her mother said, "Go ahead and pack. I will buy a house for you." Haley happily began to pack as she thought about her new house. After a while, her brothers came to her room. Orion said, "Haley, what are you doing?" She said to him without turning his way, "I'm packing my bags. I cannot stay here because the winged dumbas's mum may do something to me. She probably knows where I live." Nicholas said, "Where is Mum going to send you?" Haley said she is going to buy a house near where Aunt Karina lives. Dion said, "That is in Delaware, that is on the other side of the US." Haley said, "We will be united again, this is temporary." Nicholas said, "How long will you be gone?" Haley slowly said, "Why honestly do not." She said no quietly. Orion said, "That is not fair that you cannot stay here because of some stupid bitch." Haley said, "I know, hun, life is not fair at all." Each of her brothers hugged her and then helped her pack. While the kids were packing, Rebecca sent everyone home who attended the party and then began to clean up the party mess. After a while, the family had dinner. As they ate, Haley told them the whole story. Then her mother began to look for a house. And they all said their prayers and went to bed. Haley lay in bed with one eye open. She thought, man, sleeping is going to be hard. I cannot close my eyes because, wait, what am I thinking? And she prayed, "Please God, don't let the mum of my kidnapper come to my room. I don't want to have to deal with her." Then she added, "Please forgive me for every sin I have ever committed. I know I called my kidnapper some bad names in my mind. I am sorry about that. In Jesus' name, amen." Haley tried to fall asleep after that. However, it took her a while. She told herself, soon this will all be over with. I will be able to come home to Mum and the boys. However, being in my own house will be fun. Until now, I had never really desired to have my own house. Well, I guess when you have a good family life, you don't have the desire to move out as much. Finally, she went to sleep. Hayley had small bits and pieces in her dream of her kidnapper. However, they were interrupted by bits and pieces of other dreams she had in the past. She first started at a commercial she did when she was 8. Then she stood up and ended up in her room. Then she opened her door and saw her backyard. Then she stepped into the backyard. She walked around for a moment. Something flew over her. She looked up and it was Eros. Then she ran from the backyard to her grandmother's house. Then she ran through a garden of red roses. As she ran through there, she cut her hand on one of the thorns. And she ended up in Eros's house. She thought, oh no, then she ran to the candle. She thought, I have to get to the candle. I will make it. When she saw it, she began to feel better. She did not look back, but she knew he was following her. Hayley woke up and she thought, did I really have to see that stuff again? I don't want to think about that anymore. Maybe I will forget about it. Why do people have to be so ridiculous? She stared at the ceiling for a little bit, then she thought, I wonder what that dumb mum looks like. Then she closed her eyes and tried to go back to sleep. After a while, she fell back asleep.